Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue the book of Proverbs. I have finished part of chapter 29. I'm going to finish chapter 29 today, and also just to remind, so far these are all the wisdoms or the Proverbs by Solomon, particularly on chapter 25 with the title of More Proverbs of Solomon, and start from chapter 30, and those are the Proverbs by some other kings. So I'm going to finish the part of chapter 29 and finish the wisdom and the Proverbs by Solomon. So I'm going to read it first. Discipline your son, and he will give you peace. He will bring delight to your soul. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint, but blessed is he who keeps the law. A servant cannot be corrected by mere words. Though he understands, he will not respond. Do not see a man who speaks in haste. Do you see a man who speaks in haste? There is more hope for a fool than for him. If a man pampers his servant from youth, he will bring grief in the end. An angry man stirs up dissension, and a hot-tempered one commits many sins. A man's pride brings him low, but a man of lowly spirit gains honor. The accomplice of a thief is his own enemy. He is put under oath and dare not testify. Fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe. Many seek an audience with a ruler, but it is from the Lord that man gets justice. The righteous detest the dishonest, the wicked detest the upright. So this is about the chapter 29, the second part, and finish chapter 29. And because these are all the Proverbs by Solomon, start from chapter 30, those are the sayings for others. So I'm just going to do that, read that on the next video. So this is the, start from chapter 25, more Proverbs Solomon, and start from chapter 10, it's also said Wisdom of Solomon. And at the beginning of this book of Proverbs, it said these are all the wisdoms of Solomon. So these are, some of them are quite practical for anybody, everyone, and some of them practical for the selected people, like the kings or the rulers or the leaders. But in general, I think it's quite practical to all. So like discipline your son, he will give you peace, and he will bring delight to your soul. So this is saying that discipline for children. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint, but blessed is he who keeps the law. So this is saying that discipline and follow the law. Otherwise, the people will cast off restraint, which is there is no frame, then it will be just chaotic. So this is the same idea, discipline and follow the law. A servant cannot be corrected by mere words. Though he understands, he will not respond. So this is saying that the law, the regulation has to be carried out in a special way. Sometimes words itself is not enough. So for those leaders or for those rulers, probably that's why the country needs a law. Do you see a man who speaks in haste? There's more hope for a fool than for him. So this is saying that do not fast on speak on your tongues. This is, I think, previously either in Psalm or in at the beginning of the Proverbs. It talk about do not be quick in your words, think before you talk. If a man pampers his servant from youth, he will bring grief in the end. So this is saying that you have to be disciplining. And an angry man stirs up dissension, and a hot-tempered one commits many sins. So this is saying that be calm, and also do not be hot-tempered. Sometimes it is not easy to do, particularly in the time when there's so many things going on in life. Easy to lose temper, but I think the wise man, or the wise thing to do, is to swallow it or sigh it out instead of being hot-tempered. A man's pride brings him low, but a man of lowly spirit gains honor. So this saying, the humble do not boast, do not gloat. So just be humble and modest. So that's probably the more honors. The accomplice of thief is his own enemy. He is put under oath and dare not to testify. So this saying, the thief or whoever gained the prosperity not in the right way. So these are referring the thieves. So these are the those who cannot do the testimony because they know in their heart they cannot do it. They were one of them probably. So this is saying those who gain the prosperity not in the right way. Fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts the Lord is kept safe. So this saying, fear, we all have the fear. Fear is one of the emotion, I think. But whom you should fear of? Fear man or fear God? Who is God? God sometimes dwelling in the people, dwelling in the man. So this is really, and also the God is also in your heart. And the God is among the people, is in anybody's heart. If you believe, then whom you should fear for, I think your heart will tell you. But in general, be audacious, fear the Lord only. Many seek an audience with a ruler, but it is from the Lord that a man gets justice. So this is saying that if you're relying on rulers, man or rulers, it's not going to bring you justice. You have to trust the God. This is the God Israelites believed. So they trust the God. They believe that God will bring them the justice, but not the ruler, not the man. I think this is the interpretation based on the written here. The deep meaning is beyond my capacity to explain, so I hope that you can read and interpret in your own way. The righteous detest the dishonest, and the wicked detest the upright. So this is saying the two parallel, evil and righteous, they detest each other. And which one is evil, which one is righteous? I think it's not. It's beyond anybody's judgment. And definitely it's beyond my capacity to explain, but you can find it from your heart and from the book, from the God they believe written on this book for the Israelites. But anyway, so these are all the proverbs, the wisdoms of Solomon, and start from chapter 30 is not Solomon's wisdom or proverbs. But anyway, so you know who is Solomon, and according to the Bible, he's quite one of the wisest men in the earth, in the history. And these are words, some of them are quite practical. So I hope that you can read and interpret in your own way. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.